Begin transmission. This is Dungeon Radio Hour.
Hello and welcome adventurers to Dungeon Radio Hour, a D&D actual play comedy podcast where if you take the silver out of a dragon, it's just called a drawn. That's a chemistry joke for all of you listening at home.
Boo.
As always, I'm your host and dungeon master, shut up, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by our ragtag band of would-be heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gehrlein.
So, to start off the show today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're listening to it, we're going to bring back a segment that we played back on episode 19, where we guess which random facts belong to which member of the cast. Do you remember us doing this?
I do remember us doing it, and it was really fun. And I like when we have a game.
Yeah.
Because it makes it fun.
And I like learning about you guys. Like, I feel like I know a lot of shit about you, but I feel like I learned something about you all when we do games like this.
100%.
I do too.
Yeah.
We all had fun encounters with celebrities. That seemed to be a common theme last
It
time.
did
I
indeed.
love learning about people.
So I have a list of random facts sitting in front of me from each of you. For each one you get correct, you get a point. But if no one guesses correctly, the person who the fact is about gets 3 points.
Ooh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
Okay, makes sense? You
This
with me
is
so far?
Dungeon Radio Hour Fact Attack. Fact Attack.
Fact attack. I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
I love that. And I love the theme song we put over it. That's great.
Can you hear that? We made that. No, we didn't. We stole it online.
We have no musical talent
Yeah,
here.
sorry.
So, just like before, the answer to these questions will be one of the four of us. My name can be an answer. I, however, am not playing because I have to moderate. And
Twist,
whoever
they're all
wins...
Dalton. That's
Oh, wait,
the
so
answer.
you've thrown in your own fun facts as well that we're supposed to guess.
Correct.
Okay, I get you.
Correct.
Hell yeah,
correct,
hell
correct,
yeah.
Correct. Yep. And if whoever wins gets a random magic item out of the DM's bag of holding. Sound good?
I'm gonna get that item, baby.
Oh, I want
I'm
it
gonna
so
get
bad now.
So, this person's first pet was a bunny rabbit.
Aw.
Oh.
I like it. We're keeping it nice and easy this time. Less drug lord and more just adorable.
Well, it's only the first question. Don't get
It's
ahead
the
of
first
yourself.
question.
My first pet was a bunny rabbit, but this is not
Oh.
my fact.
Oh.
I'm not guilty.
How
Or-
do you know
Who
you didn't
stole
say
my
this
first
fact
pet?
when you were asleep?
Or is Andrew trying to trick us and it is
Yeah.
his? This is an interesting take.
You tricky trickster.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
very tricky to say, hey, this is my fact, and then throw everybody off.
Okay, I know for a fact Mike had a bunny named Zeke in college.
In college.
But I don't know if that was your first pet. You were like 20.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had dogs and all kinds of stuff before that.
But you're right. When he had Zeke, I want to say that he mentioned he used to own a bunny before that. So it could be that he did own one. I'll confess, my first pet was a guinea pig. It was not a bunny.
Ooh, I've had some guineas. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never owned a bunny, so it's not me.
You know, Dalton did say he was going to throw a couple of his in here, and I think this could easily be Dalton. I mean, he's a farm boy, you know?
True.
His first
They
pet
look
was a
like-
cow or a horse.
Exactly.
I look
It
like
was a
I would
cow.
ever own a bunny?
Yes.
The only random odd pet that I've ever owned that was not a dog or a cat is I had a duck in high school.
How do you have a duck? One duck.
was a
I always
pet
see
duck.
them in groups. How'd you get a duck?
That's a story for another time. We're trying to figure out who had the bunny.
Okay, fair. I vote Mike because I'm latching on to what Alissa said about Mike used to have a bunny.
Yeah.
He probably killed it as a kid, and Zeke, his second bunny in college, was a way to make up for that. I vote Mike.
Wow.
Holy
Mike.
shit, why would I kill my bunny?
Yeah,
dude?
that's really
Not
dark.
on purpose,
Also,
but you neglected
very
it or
dark.
dropped it on its head or something.
I
Clumsy, you sat on it.
so see, he's just saying you're clumsy,
I
not
see.
a murderer.
Or neglectful, or I could kill animals at will.
yeah. I'm also going to
I
go
have no
Mike for those reasons, but less murderous.
Well, I'm going to
Fair.
go Dalton because Andrew was trying to throw us off. So I say Dalton.
So why wouldn't you vote me?
All right, so that's two. That's 2 for Mike, 1 for myself, and the answer is it was Mike.
It was me.
Did you
I
kill the
didn't
bunny?
I didn't kill the bunny. Here's what happens. All right, so my mom is notorious for getting a pet and then getting rid of that pet.
Yep.
And I don't like saying this about my mom, but it's true. She'll find like puppies in the paper and she'll go get a puppy, and then she'll realize that that puppy is too much to handle. So like a few months in, if it's lucky, that puppy's gone. Sometimes weeks. That
Define
puppy is just
gone.
out of here.
Given away.
Okay.
Shot in the backyard. Shot in the backyard. No, that's not what my mom does. My mom's a lovely person. She just, her eyes are bigger than her stomach. That sounds like my mom eats dogs.
She eats
Hold on. What I'm saying,
Painting your mother as a devil woman who just scatters
my
dog
God.
my mom goes in with the best intentions. I think she fully believes she's going to keep that dog when she gets it, but then she gets rid of it. And it happened multiple times in my childhood, and I assume that's what happened with the bunny. Honestly, I was too little to remember. I was like 1-2 years old when I had that bunny. But it was my bunny, and I've been an animal lover my entire life, but we honestly probably got rid of it when my mom separated from my dad, maybe sooner. Yeah, so
separation.
or when my mom got tired of having an animal in the house.
Did you say its name?
No, I don't remember its name. My first dog's name was Tweety Bird.
Yeah, but we don't care about the dog. We care
Yeah,
about
we don't
the
care
bunny.
about the dog.
That's the first.
All right, moving
pet
on.
that I can
Question 2.
We've learned too many facts about Mike. Move on.
Yeah.
All right,
Moving
try
on.
to forget
All right,
some
here we
things
go.
about me.
Question 2. This person stabbed a classmate in the hand with a fork while they were at lunch.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Well,
I
we've
mean-
all done that.
I mean, that's a
Dalton.
Dalton thing if I ever heard it.
What?
I just thought of Dalton.
Dalton,
Stole your
last
Ninja
time you
Turtle.
admitted shoving your cousin out of the wheelbarrow or whatever.
No, I was flipped out of the wagon.
Likely story.
And then I said, Dalton, that's the complaint of a person who's never been in a fight in their life or been beaten up. And he said, "You're right. I've
Exactly.
never been beaten up." So I don't think he would attack others.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Look at Dalton. He's so look at that microphone in front of his face.
Look at me.
He's a lover.
Look at me.
He's a lover.
I do know Mike got in quite a few scrapes.
Yeah, but I didn't use weapons. I just used these old fists of mine.
Did it say with a fork?
With a fork.
With a fork.
With a fork.
So it was just it was a circumstantial heat of the moment. It wasn't premeditated. Someone was being bullied in the cafeteria.
And just
When
stab
I
stab.
stabbed my classmate, it was the heat of... All right, go ahead. Here's who I think it is. I think it is, uncharacteristically, Alissa.
Wow.
Why would she
I
throw
could
that
see
in
it.
there? Because it's not like her. So she stabbed some boy.
Nah, but you forget, I was the good little Christian girl. I threw up because I lied on a test, like when I was in 2nd grade.
That's
so I'm
true.
not the kind who's gonna stab
But were we
someone.
not all
Yeah,
good?
but that's the difference between like dishonest and assault. Like those are 2 very different crimes.
True. Oh, yeah, my conscience was clean about that one. It was the
Maybe
lie.
you thought it was
lying on a test.
justified. He had a knife, and you're like, I'm going to stab this fucker with a fork.
He just had a fork and a knife eating, and I was like, that's dangerous.
Maybe she
Yeah.
was stabbed first. It was a retaliatory
Who
forking.
stabbed first?
Maybe it was in defense. I don't know what they teach in women's self-defense classes.
There is usually a fork involved. I've seen the diagrams.
That's like the main. Yeah, that's like the main weapon of
You
choice.
do improvise weapons.
I'm between Dalton and Mike. I feel like maybe Dalton is trying to trick us, and he's doing Mike again.
Have I done this?
Why would I do that?
I've definitely done this. But it's so unmemorable in all the things that I've done that I would not list it as a
Why
fact.
would I do something so that's just not me.
See, okay.
Why would I have a fork at lunch?
Because
I brought my lunch.
Dalton
did so.
drinks his lunch through a protein shaker. That's how Dalton does.
I know for a fact Dalton ate nothing but pepperoni pizzas for lunch every single day.
That's
with a
very
Dr.
true.
Pepper.
every single
And
day.
Dalton is not a fork and knife pizza eater. He eats that square of cafeteria pizza with his fingies.
I'm locking it in. I'm keeping it Dalton. I just feel it.
All right.
I'm
that's
also
one for
gonna
me.
vote Dalton.
Ha.
So stupid. That's 2 for me. Mike?
It's either Alissa or Andrew, because I know it's not me, and I know it's not my boy Dalton. So I'm going to say, changing it to the last minute, Andrew!
Oh, all right, everybody. It was me. Yeah.
Ah!
All right, so he deserved it, right? Tell
It
us the
was
story.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go on the record and say I allegedly stabbed someone. with a
Oh,
fork.
Right,
sure.
right,
sure.
right.
Uh-huh.
Statute of limitations. It's been so long.
Yeah. So, 5th grade, new kid in town, new kid in school, an absolute terror, like the biggest just dick for absolutely no reason. And we were all sitting at lunch. I was minding my business. I was eating my food, and he kept taking, I don't know, I can't remember what food it was, but he was taking stuff out of my lunchbox and like taking food away from me. And it kept happening. And I was like, if you do not stop, because I kept telling him, like, stop, leave me alone, stop messing with me. I was like, if you do not stop, I will stab you with a fork.
He ran into my fork. He ran into my fork 10 times.
And what did he do? He reached his hand back over the cafeteria table and tried to take another piece of my food.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the fork from my friend that was sitting beside me and went, and it stuck right here in between his thumb and his index finger.
Oh, yeah.
And he yanked his hand back. And I said, I told you.
Ooh.
He had it coming.
I would like to point out that you grabbed smartly your friend's fork, knowing it had his fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
Very good one.
There you
And
go.
he wore his stabbing gloves that day, too.
I did wear my stabbing gloves that day. But he never messed with me again after that. So
At first, they come for our Dunkaroos, and we say nothing.
Yeah.
And then we get the fucking fork. So our Lunchables are safe.
okay, moving on. This person once participated in a flash mob about corn.
Oh, Alyssa. Alyssa, for
Why
sure.
immediately me?
Because you were totally into flash mobs. I don't know how I know, but when that was a craze, I bet you were all up on it because you're all up on TikTok. You know all the dances and the trends.
For the record, I do not follow the dances. That is like a teenage girl kind of thing on TikTok. I don't do that. I watch the sketches.
It's true.
Yeah.
She's a
Fair,
sketch
fair.
watcher.
I'm a sketch watcher. And I will concede, I did think flash mobs were
Cool.
fun. Yes.
Yeah.
But I never
So are
had
you
any
admitting to
opportunity.
this one?
No, I never
No,
had
she's
any
just admitting
opportunity
to
to do
being a
one.
casual fan.
Yeah. If someone
She
had
also
invited
loves
me.
corn, so this could very much be.
But Dalton
is
does
also
corn.
True.
Farmer.
She did make a TikTok about corn.
That's because it was trending.
It's true.
See, trends, flash mobs, trends.
Trends. No, I wish. Honestly, I kind of wish this one was mine because I did love flash mobs so much, but I never found a way to get in one, I guess. We had one in high school once, but it was going to be a Christian-y one, and then we did a rehearsal, one, and then it never happened. We were all we're going to do this in the auditorium.
Was it about how Jesus invented corn?
No.
The Native Americans invented corn, dummy.
Yeah, but who invented the Native Americans, dummy? You're dumb.
It was about some dumb VBS show we were going to do, and we're oh, we should promote it at the school. It was dumb.
Wait, did you say it was a BDSM show? Is
No,
that what you said?
you Christian boy, you don't know Vacation Bible School? VBS.
I heard BDSM. I am so sorry.
Okay, but I could see this being so weird that Mike would definitely join in. If he was given the opportunity, he'd be oh hell yeah, because it's just
I've
weird.
tried to
enough.
join a flash mob. They won't let me in.
They were-
They can see when I dance. They don't like it.
Why would there be a flash mob about corn unless it was to do with agriculture, Dalton?
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Accuse you.
So his farm they were just doing it in the farm for themselves.
I mean, I could see that. He lived out in the boonies. There's plenty of corn to dance around in 2010 or whatever.
There's
That's
just
right, that's
a
right.
guy in a mall eating an ear of corn. Another guy comes up. What are you eating there, friend? It's called corn. And then it starts to catch on before a musical song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see it.
Gives a new meaning to Children of the Corn. Andrew, if you don't stop slandering me in this
I'm not.
way,
It's
I'm
not
gonna
a slander.
stab you with a fork.
It's not a crime to dance in the corn. And I think
Right?
I don't know, but you don't dance.
I don't dance. Okay, discussion's over.
Okay.
Give me your guesses.
I'll go Alyssa. My first guess.
I'm
right,
a switch to Dalton. I thought that was a good.
I'm switching to Dalton, too.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
The answer is Alissa.
Yeah.
What? Fucking knew it. flash mob lover? Okay, what the hell?
mob.
Flash
This
mob
corn
lover.
flash mob.
So I found out about it in high school, and it was to be a flash mob on the roof of the St. Louis City Museum, which if you guys have never been, go. It's so fun. It's like a multiple story museum all made out of recycled stuff. Come to find out, like, I don't know how we found out. I really want to say it was like a Craigslist kind of thing, so we probably could have gotten murdered. Me and my friends saw they wanted people for a flash mob. It was going to be for the new promotion there at the City Museum. They were sponsoring some company's kettle corn. And we were brought on a special elevator that you can't normally find on the first floor. It's like a special elevator that takes you to one of the abandoned, empty levels of the building that they haven't, like, filled up yet with the museum. So it's just this open, empty warehouse floor. And we just walked forever. And again, I'm like, are we going to get murdered? Like, this is so weird to say yes to. Like, hey, yes, on Craigslist, join this kettle corn flash mob. But yeah, we went, it was legit. We rehearsed like 5 or 6 times. And then we did the dance up on the rooftop. And yeah, it was like this, it's the weirdest thing I think I've ever done.
I don't want to sound insulting. That is the lamest thing I've ever heard anyone do as an activity. And not that you're lame for doing it, but just that someone had, hey, let's do this kettle corn flash mob.
Right?
It's just, that's the whitest thing I've ever heard.
I also got free entry for the day into the museum and free food at the museum that day.
I take it back. Smartest thing ever.
Right? And all you
Take it
gotta do
back.
is go to a handful
Worth
of
it.
rehearsals and learn this weird dance to
I'm gonna just start going up to random places that have a cover, like, hey, I'm here for rehearsal, and see if they let me in.
Honestly, if you just act like you know where you are, like if you have that confidence, I feel like people let you in.
True.
Bring a clipboard. Just bring a clipboard. And you're like,
Just print a clipboard.
Yeah.
I'd like to find
like,
this
I'm here
because
to observe.
I feel like, well, flash mobs were meant to be like posted online, right? And I feel like an advertisement at City Park is probably on YouTube somewhere.
Possibly. I want to say
So
this
I'm
was
gonna
like
do my Google
2008-ish, so...
And if I find it, you were 8?
Oh, dude,
No,
that
no,
would be amazing.
It was like 2008-ish.
Where was
2008,
it at?
okay.
Where was it at in St. Louis?
Yes, the City Museum.
The City Museum. Okay.
I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it.
You've got it?
We're pausing.
I've got it.
Well, you found it?
Yeah, I found it.
I was like, I think people recorded it, but I'm not sure.
hell
Oh, they
yeah.
definitely
All right.
did.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be
Yeah,
on our
I found it.
Instagram right now. Go check it out. Content Radio on Instagram. Alyssa's kettle corn flash mob appearance.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's
And
amazing,
let's
dude.
fingers crossed I'm not
I love
shown
that.
at all.
I do love that. It's adorable.
All right. This person was an intimate part of a complete stranger's marriage proposal.
Like, so did they just walk in accidentally in the middle of a proposal? It's like, oh, dude, no, help me. You gotta, like, distract her. Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Or
there?
Yeah,
is this
like
a
maybe-
Craigslist ad scenario? Like,
Another
hey,
Craigslist.
I need you to be a waiter, and you need to bring a ring to my wife to the park or something, and a sandwich. And we're gonna do a picnic proposal, so you're gonna dress up as a waiter,
Right.
or something.
Or they were an actual waiter and they just happened to be on a table and the guy's like, hey, I need you to bring this out at this time and sing
good.
it or whatever, play a song.
That maybe, yeah.
So,
So
we
maybe
know that they
someone who's
were
been
a
a waiter.
waiter.
Have you been a waiter, Andrew?
Not at a restaurant.
He's been a caterer waiter.
Yeah. But then catering, you're already at the wedding. Like, who's proposing? That's been bad.
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
You can cater at other places other than a wedding.
It's
Name
mostly
5.
weddings.
Name 5 quickly.
It is mostly weddings or like holidays.
Here's what I think. Just to cut this short, I think it was fucking Andrew.
I'm also going Andrew.
Dude, after
Yeah.
all these years, you think I'd be a part of someone's proposal like that?
I think you'd be an intimate part.
You are a nice guy. If someone came up and were like, "Hey man, quick, help me with this little surprise," you'd be like, "Oh hell yeah, man, I got this." And
I
you'd be
mean, I
so
would.
smooth and suave.
I would try, and I would like try to like, hey, have you thought about this idea or this idea? You know what I mean? I'd
Yeah,
try
and
to
then
like,
the fiance would be like, "Oh my god, you picked such a perfect stranger to help with this. Oh, I'm a little attracted." And then like
perfect
now it's
stranger.
like this weird threesome thing coming out.
well, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And then the girl falls for me. Her name, Laura.
and that's
Andrew
No,
admits
it
it. Okay,
No,
so
we all went to college with you. We know that's
All
not
right,
how that
all
happened.
right.
Yeah.
Listen,
Andrew, what you guess?
this is I truly random, so I'm just gonna guess Mike. I don't know why.
All right, so that's 2 for Andrew, 1 for Mike. The answer is me.
You were my second
Wow.
guess. Oh.
It was me.
So what happened?
No, okay, so it's while I was working at Disney. I was doing a character set, and the guy came up to me first, and he was like, "Oh my God, my wife is obsessed with you. She loves you, watches all the movies, yada, yada, yada." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, I'm just nodding along and, being a buddy or whatever. And he's like, "Will you help me with something?" And I'm like shaking my head like, yes.
Aww.
His soon-to-be fiance wife comes up, and she's got the t-shirt on, and she's got patches on her jeans, and her backpack is in the theme of my character. And I'm like, she's like a super fan.
Super fan. Oh, it's so cute though.
And he's like, "Hey, will you hold your hand out for me?" And so I'm like, "Yeah, cool, okay." So I'm thinking like I'm gonna hold her hand, and like I'm gonna like put their hands together. And I hold my hand out, and he puts a box in my hand.
Was it on theme? The box?
No, it was a regular ring box.
Missed opportunity.
But he puts a box in my hand, and like he's holding on to like my gauntlet and my glove as he bends down and opens up the box and says, whatever her name was, "Will you marry me?" Like immediately bursts into tears. She says yes. She gives me a hug before she gives him a hug.
She is a mega fan.
I mean,
like it was incredibly sweet, but I also felt incredibly awkward. I'm like,
Yeah.
but at least you made the same facial expression the whole time.
The entire time.
On the outside,
Just a blank stare the
I'm
entire
just so sad. He should have gotten the toy and like wrapped the ring around like the arm or something.
Or like put it in a rubber alien mouth or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Missed
But yeah,
opportunity.
so it was me. And nobody gets points for that.
I'm so mad now because I used to work at Disney. Like I know these things happen.
Yep.
Why didn't I think of that?
Here we go. This person's first job was a combination barbecue restaurant / funeral home.
/ funeral home. This is like a Mrs. Lovett situation.
That doesn't exist. That does not exist anywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna say I really want to say Dalton just because that sounds like a small town kind of thing to do. Where it's
Ooh,
like,
yeah,
this
like
is
a
the barber
slaughterhouse.
and this is the barber and the funeral
And
home.
the city hall.
And the city
and
hall.
the-
And you get barbecue. Like, we only have like 5 buildings.
No, that checks
I mean,
out.
you're not wrong.
Okay, I'm going to go, against my better instinct, I'm going to go Dalton because I just really feel like that's a small town thing to do.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But,
As well.
but I know he also was busy on his family's farm. So, like, why would he have a job there?
So you can get free ribs and see dead people.
Maybe his family farm.
Because it was the farm / barbecue joint / funeral home. It was a trifecta.
all
Where do you think the meat for the barbecue came from?
I assume the funeral home. Mrs. Lovett.
I vote Dalton.
All right, give me your answers. Give me your answers.
I'm going Andrew.
Andrew says me. Alyssa says Andrew.
I say enter too.
I'm changing it.
Mike says Andrew. And the person was Andrew.
Oh, you bastards! You saw right through me.
You almost had me too. I was going with Dalton.
Okay.
I was like, no, I'm changing it.
Here's the thing about facts. Facts aren't always 100% true. Okay.
No.
But you never let a
they
fact get in the
usually
way of
are.
a good story. So it wasn't one building, and it wasn't a combination restaurant funeral home. But my first job was washing dishes at a barbecue restaurant right across the street from a cemetery who was owned by the same family. So we would always joke that, the meat came directly across the street.
Yeah.
He probably murdered everyone who's in the cemetery.
Wow.
And then I got fired for going to my sister's college graduation. And now the restaurant's closed. And that guy's probably dead. And he's probably buried in that cemetery. And fuck him. So
Yeah.
it was me.
Very fair. Very fair.
All I can think
Applause
of
for
is
that guy's death real quick. It's in there in post. Okay, go ahead.
all I can think about is that song where it's like that. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
I'm at the combination mortuary Taco Bell. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like it.
Yeah.
And we'll call it Old Bonies.
Old Bonies. I love that. I don't
Bonies.
remember the name of it. It's been too long. I only worked there 2 weeks.
You got fired so quickly.
I got fired so fast. But
I feel like Andrew got fired so fast from a lot of jobs he had before he was.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. That's true, but hey.
Hey. Hey.
Okay, So, moving on. This person spilled red wine on the Hilton family Christmas tree, which was white.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Ooh.
The Hiltons, they do the
Hilton.
hotels.
They do.
I'm leaning towards Andrew because I know he did catering, but I know he just...
That's not fair because I was the last answer, and you can't vote for me twice.
It's true.
You know what? Calling the vote now, Andrew.
Okay, listen, it was me, you fucking assholes. That's not fair because we talked about catering already, and it's my own fault, and I'm mad at myself because I'm the one who brought up catering.
How'd you feel about destroying the Hilton Christmas tree that they didn't care about?
Hold on, but let's confirm. Dalton, who was it?
It was Andrew.
it was me.
It was Andrew.
Andrew, I think you did this last time, too. You were like,
I did, because there's no... I
even
think Here's something about me. I am terrible with surprises. I'm great with secrets. If you tell me a secret, it's locked in.
But you just
But when I
couldn't wait
know
to tell
something's
us.
eventually going to be revealed in a fun
Yeah.
way, I can't not tell you.
They need to know this was me. I destroyed that Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So was I right? Was it catering?
Yeah, so it was definitely catering, and it was one of my final ones because the amount of anxiety being around just, billionaire assholes was just too much. It was Christmas Eve. It was my first Christmas in LA. I was not going home for the first time in my life, so I was bummed out. I was at the Hilton family Christmas party. And when I got there, their son was buying weed, and it was like a pound of weed in a big fucking bag. And he was, anyway, I go in, and the mom's like yelling at the help and everything, and just what you'd expect of rich assholery.
Yep.
I was stationed by the door with a tray of wine, which is a huge mistake because I'm terrible when I'm anxious, especially. So I just had 8 glasses of red wine, and there's just a beautiful white Christmas tree that literally goes up beyond a spiral staircase. It's 3 floors up. Or something crazy.
Jesus.
Polar bear white carpet underneath with presents wrapped. Guests arrive, and I'm right by the front door. And when you're a caterer, no one fucking sees you because you're invisible. And you're just a floating tray of food, basically. You're not a human.
Yeah.
So people were literally just bumping into me, and I was I had my hand on the tray. And suddenly this big fucking asshole whose face was made of collagen basically looked at me and just kind of walked into me. Basically, because I didn't move. He was doing one of those power moves, who's going to move first. But he walked right into the tray and knocked all the glasses of red wine on the tree, on the presents for Paris and her shitty little brother. And I was sent to the kitchen to help cut limes after that.
Of course you were.
Honestly, I didn't get yelled at. And none of the guests even looked at me because, again, invisible. But it was really, really nerve-wracking. And I stopped very shortly after that.
Damn.
It's so true how, they just do not regard you as a person. They probably just saw the aftermath, and they're just like, oh, how did the tree get red? Oh, that's
Summon the maids.
Yeah, and just
Summon
moved on.
the maids.
You're on the floor, also covered in red, and they're just like, "How did this happen?"
I'm bleeding. There's broken glass in my feet.
Someone get the help out of the way.
Okay, moving on. This person shoplifted hundreds of dollars worth of merchandise before finally being caught stealing a Smurfs figurine.
A Smurfs figurine.
I already fucking know this answer.
I think it was Andrew.
It was Mike.
It was definitely Mike.
You're such a klepto.
Dalton steals too.
I do? No, I don't. I tried it in high school at a Big Lots, and my friends just stuffed their pockets, and I just couldn't.
Big Lots?
So you admit you're a
Big
thief.
Lots.
No, I didn't. Actually, I probably did. Maybe some candy.
See,
Yeah.
thank you for admitting it.
Gavel, gavel, Mike.
Gavel, gavel.
Don't you?
Yeah, but not thousands of dollars. Mike.
All right, yeah, I stole.
Yeah.
So I had a weekend off at my Christian camp that I was a
Even
counselor
worse.
at.
Your Christian camp. You were a counselor?
At a Christian camp?
Yeah, I was at a Christian camp, and I was the head counselor. And we had the weekend off, so what we did was we went to the mall because we were bored, and we got our first paycheck. So what I did was I decided to go to the mall and steal a bunch of shit because I had just gotten into stealing and I just kind of got a rush from it.
Into it as if it's a casual hobby.
Yeah, I had gotten into shoplifting, and I was like, you know what?
Now.
I went to PacSun. I went to Hot Topic, shirts, stole a bunch of them. I went to Macy's, put like 3 shirts under my shirt. I went to the Nintendo store, stole an NES controller and messenger bag that was like $80, and then shoved that messenger bag full of Nintendo stuff.
Jeez.
Keychains, shirts, other shit. And then I was like, okay, I was like really juiced off of it. I was like, I just stole hundreds of dollars worth of stuff.
He was just
this is amazing. And I went into this toy store and I was looking around and I looked real shifty the entire time. I was like, oh man, you got some puppets on strings? That's cool. What's that, a dog? All right, that's great. All this stuff. And I kept looking over my shoulder at the clerk, at the counter. She's busy doing stuff. Look again, still doing stuff. And then I turn around and I just see this tower of Smurf minifigs. And I see Papa Smurf. And something in me says, you used to watch the Smurfs. You could get away with stealing one of those Smurfs. Why not the leader? So I take Papa Smurf and I put him in the Nintendo messenger bag. Still has a tag on it. And then I slide it in. And then I just feel a tap tap on my shoulder. I turn around and there's like an 18-year-old girl. And she's just this little thing, like 5 foot tall, so thin. And she's just like, sir, can you please put that back? And I don't even look her in the eye. I just take it out of my bag and I go, yep.
No.
And then I turn on my heel and walk straight out the store with all of the other ill-gotten goods.
Say, at least you got everything else.
Oh, I got everything else, baby.
Yeah, I thought she was going to make you turn over the bag and just dump it.
Right. And just
Right.
dump it all.
$1,000 of merch.
The
No,
ballsiest
dude.
18-year-old girl.
Oh,
working
yeah.
retail.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was the one and only time I got caught stealing.
Okay. So at the end of our game, would you like to know what the score is?
I have a feeling you won, but I would like to know for sure.
So Mike, 2 points.
Okay.
Andrew, 4 points. Alissa, 5 points.
Oh, nice.
So, congratulations, Alissa.
job, baby.
You are the winner of this episode's Dungeon Radio Hour
Thank you.
Fact Attack.
Thank you.
Last time on Dungeon Radio Hour.
So, Nesnar showed up in an attempt to seize Dalton once again.
Through the portal?
Through the portal we go.
All right.
You see a small opening off to the side. So you see, I am a powerful seer. Your world is very different than ours. Although we exist at the same time, but on different planes. One of you is of great importance to another who originates from this world. Their connection to power is far more than anything that can be imagined, and they want to harness it for themselves. Last time, you all went through the portal that you created in the town of Thundertree, and on the other side you came to the opening of a cave. You all disguised yourselves as goblins and went into said cave with Arnold as your prisoner. As you went into the cave and followed the trail, you felt that it started going deeper and deeper underground until you eventually came to an opening in the cave itself. You went into the opening, and there you encountered a soothsayer. You encountered a seer. You encountered a seer, but you did learn that your world and the world of Dungeons and Dragons, so the Forgotten Realms, are connected in some capacity. And you are, in fact, on the right trail to find Dalton, your long-lost friend. In order to get these questions, you all had to give up memories. So, Andrew, you no longer remember marrying Laura. As far as you're concerned, you're still engaged. Mike, you no longer remember your grandfather Bill and how he raised you. And then Alissa, you no longer remember your aunt's beauty shop, Peggy, and all of the time that you spent with her there.
Grandma.
Arnold, does not remember anything about his family or his children. So as you guys are following this trail, it starts to wind and get narrower and narrower as these strange looking plants and vines start to kind of like overgrow and hug the trail and the path as you get closer. And up ahead of you, illuminated in this like sickly green kind of hazy glow, seems to be a town, but it's the ruins of a town. Some of the buildings still stand tall, others are have fallen into ruins with the roofs caved in and crumbling walls. And just off in the distance, you see a large tower that overlooks this broken town.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
We've been doing this goblin walk and the goblin talk for a long time now.
Yes, I remember doing the goblin walk.
Yeah, you got out of the Christopher Walken voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I have that voice?
Yeah,
You've
don't
been
remember?
rehearsing it, I see. It's doing you well, Michael. I mean, we should probably come up with goblin-y names before we get into town.
Glob.
Glob.
His name's Glob. And mine's Blark.
Wait,
And mine is Torgal.
But anyway, my point was, do we really have to keep doing these voices, or can we
I
let them
think
go?
we have to do the voices the entire time.
No, but my poor throat.
I wish I hadn't committed to walking on my knees at the beginning of the road, because by
An
now
odd choice, but I
they're worn down
respect
to
it.
nubs they are.
But if a goblin were to see you just stand up, it'd be miraculous and very noticeable. So you gotta
Yes, yes.
stay there.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'll talk like me.
Yeah, that sounds. Oh
My
God.
voice really hurts.
Oh, does anyone need
God.
water? A lozenge, maybe?
I'm gonna stand
It was a lot of...
Oh, my knees. I don't feel my knees.
Ooh. Oh,
Would one of you be kind enough to untie me?
Yeah. No one's seen anything.
But isn't this town full of goblins?
You look towards the town, and from what you can see where you are standing, which it's not a super clear picture, like I said, it's very, very dark here, except for the eerie green glow, but you don't really see movement of any kind.
Yeah, it's abandoned.
It's
Yeah, let's
creepy.
know. We all need to stretch. Here you go, Arnold. And did it? There you go. Unlocked.
Thank you, Lady Alissa. And as he stands and stretches out his arms, his wings unfurl and stretch out as well.
Ooh. Oh, man. Guys, it is dark, and it is humid and moist, and there's I hear bats. I don't like this place. I mean, do we actually think Dalton's in this abandoned town?
Well, if he's not in this abandoned town, then maybe somebody in town knows where he is. And
But it's
Rabathsheba-
abandoned.
Okay, but we don't know that. And
Okay,
Rabathsheba said that we are on the right track. And the track that we were heading is toward this town.
Straight.
Now, I admit that it's a little creepy. It looks kind of irradiated. Sort
It's
of
in ruins and shambles.
But we'll find out.
Well, maybe we'll find some clues
Yeah.
as to what happened.
Maybe we'll find some clues.
Yeah, let's go investigate.
So as you guys creep closer and closer towards the town, and the entrance of, there is a building to your left and to your right. So if you want to start your search there, you can, or if you would like to press further in before you start looking into buildings and knocking on doors, you may.
What do you guys think? Split up?
Split up. Alyssa, you go over there. Andrew and I, we're headed over here.
Arnold, you coming with me?
I shall go with Lady Alissa. And as he says that, he takes his mace and he holds it up overhead. And as he holds it up overhead, it immediately begins to emit a very bright light that illuminates the surrounding area.
Mike?
My partner has a flashlight.
Mike, you gotta light your sword on fire or something, man. We need a cool thing.
Hey, want some light? Coming right up, buckaroo. I pull my sword out of its sheath. It makes a cool shing noise. Now it's on fire, so it's making a fire noise. We're walking forward with my fire sword.
Why do you guys keep adding things that I'm gonna have to put in post?
It does. So Mike takes his sword from his sheath, and it does make a very cool swooshing sound as it does, and then immediately ignites in flames, and it sends a glowing aura around all of you to be able to see as you move forward.
Damn, so much cooler than Arnold's, I want to say, too.
I know, it's so much better. And check this out. When I do this spin, I'll spin it. Okay. Hey, Alissa. I know, it makes a cool guitar riff. Yeah, that's awesome.
Arnold, you can't even fucking do that, I bet.
No, you can't.
Bird-handed bastard. Mike is so cool. And I love when you called me Buckaroo. I love that. Can I just say it really jazzed me up?
Okay, we'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
We'll see you in 5.
All right. Come on, Arnold.
Cool. So, Alissa, do you and Arnold want to take left or right?
We'll take left.
Okay, cool. So as you come up onto the left side of the road, you do see a building there in front of you. There's a weathered signboard by the door of this large building that shows a faded image of something, but with all of the dust and the decay and how old it is, you really can't make out much except for a flagon of ale. You do see that on the sign itself.
Okay.
And as you go in, you see that it's a large open area. There seems to be a bar toward the back of the building, and you get the sense that this probably used to be a tavern of some sort.
I get the feeling this was a tavern of some sort. Arnold, what do you think?
I agree. The large flagons in the back of the room are a dead giveaway.
All right. Well, there could be some food or maybe more ale in the back. Let's go check it out.
Yes, we should search for provisions. That is a very fine idea, Lady Alissa.
Provisions. Yeah.
Allow me to lead and light the way.
Dude, it is so nice to have like a gentleman for once.
Thank you, Lady Alissa. I appreciate that very much. As a paladin of the order, I take my manners and my standing very seriously. And for what it's worth, I think you can do much better than Michael.
Yeah, but like, he's just such a silly boy. And that's fun.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
You're not here. You're not in this state.
Mike's not here to defend himself. I want to see where this goes.
Don't start this.
I take hold of his feathered hand. No, I'm kidding. Okay. No, we go and explore. As friends.
While Arnold and Alissa explore, we head over to the other side of the road.
And now what's that? An incoming transmission from a strange new world. From planet Earth. This transmission comes from a real-life sponsor.
I gotta get ready for battle, and that means these figs gots to get painted.
Now we're gonna need a round brush here. Hold it gently, and we're just gonna put a little smile on his face right there.
A smile? I want my soldiers covered in blood and dirt. They need to be hardened from the horrors of war.
And now we have a nice, friendly little barbarian. Oh, and would you look at that? He's got cupcakes for everyone. Bet they're baked with love.
Attention! We've got a war coming, and we need an army stat.
Oops, spilled a touch of pink on his battle axe. No worries, just a happy little accident.
Bob Ross is really screwing up here, sir. He's got half of our men baked in quiches.
Fall in line, you hip-wearing hippie! You think these wimpy soldiers are gonna cut it? Pathetic! Forget your granny's paint set. Turn those dull gray minifigs into bloodthirsty beasts with the army painter!
Wow!
With 124 different colors to choose from, our elite and highly pigmented war paint is the best in the industry. Rain death on your enemies at lightning speed with airbrush and spray sets. Employ instant explosive coverage with quick shade washes. Even control the battlefield with terrain and character bases.
No way! With that much detail, my character's gonna be the top of the table. But I've got a whole army to paint. How am I going to do it in time for battle?
Chin up, soldier! With speed paint, you can paint your soldiers at breakneck speed. With shadow, mid-tone, and highlights all in one coat. Now drop it, paint me 50.
Wow, I just painted my entire orc army in no time. Now I have time to paint my secret weapon.
Spend more time gaming and less time painting with the Army Painter. See more and pre-order Speed Paint 2.0 at thearmypainter.com.
Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
While Arnold and Alissa explore, we head over to the other side of the road to Mike and Andrew. As you guys make your way up toward the side of the road, you see these ruined side-by-side cottages. They look like they might have been homes to shopkeepers or well-off farmers. But all that really remains are the collapsed walls and pile of debris.
Hey, Mikey boy, these houses look pretty well off, and last I checked, well-off people had moolah in their lives, you know?
I like the way you're thinking, bud.
Well, I think we might as well search for Dalton in the richest looking ruins that we can find.
Let's search for Dalton, and let's see if, we can find some stuff as well.
Dalton would want that, because we need it for when we find it.
Of course, we'll bring him a present, and I'm sure there's something beautiful in here that he'd enjoy.
Like a little Ruby toy.
Maybe a whey protein.
All right, buddy.
A shirt without sleeves. Okay, yeah, let's.
Which ruins look best to you, Dalton? Which ruins look the most lavish?
So you guys go up to the ones that look the most lavish, and it happens to be the one that does have an intact door that you can actually enter into. The other ruins are the door is no longer standing. That main wall in the front is completely obliterated. So you go into the one that has the actual door, and it does very much look like a shop. But there are broken bottles and scattered chests and broken crates all throughout the open area that is in the floor. And there's not a whole lot happening here other than a large kind of tree growing up from the floorboards.
Damn, the things rich people spend their money on. A giant tree in the middle of the house?
I mean, it seems out of place.
Yeah.
I don't get the mindset these folks were in. Well, you know what? Let's ignore the tree and look around. Maybe one of these chests has something rattling inside of it still, you know?
I mean, they're all busted up and in pieces all over the floor, but I mean, lift some planks. Let's see if there's some gold under there.
Cool. So both of you give me an investigation check.
9.
16.
So as you guys are looking, Andrew, you're picking up pieces of broken crates and broken chests, and you're finding nothing. However, Mike, you notice that one of the stones of the floor at the base of the tree that's growing up in the middle of this shop is a different color than the rest.
I go look at that stone brick thing.
Yeah, so you go and you look at the stone that seems out of place, and you notice it's a completely different color from the surrounding stones, and maybe with enough force it could be moved.
Ooh.
Mikey, I'm not finding anything under all this rubble and debris. You got anything on your end?
You know, I think I found something, but there's a pretty rock here that's a different color, and Alissa loves pretty rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out for her.
All right.
And I jab my sword under the rock and try to use it as a pry bar.
Cool. Give me a strength check.
17.
Cool. So with enough force and leverage, you're able to pop that rock out of its place. And underneath, you do see the top of a chest. It's not completely exposed yet, but you can tell that if you can move some more stuff around, you should be able to get to it.
Nifty. Ooh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and pocket the rock again. It was cool. And I'm going to move some other stones around and dig in the dirt a little bit to get at that chest.
Cool. Give me an athletics check again.
11.
Cool. So you are able to move some more dirt and some more of the stones around, and nestled at the base of the roots of this tree, you are able to pull out a chest.
Oh, tight. Okay, I want to open it, Dalton.
You do so. So you go down, you notice and realize that it is not locked. Apparently, whoever put this here was confident enough with its camouflaging abilities that no one was going to find it under the ground. And as you open it
cocky,
inside,
rich bastards.
right? As you open it inside, there are 50 gold pieces.
I'll take that.
And 100 silver pieces.
Damn.
I take that.
Dang.
I walk up right after Mike takes all of it. I'm like, you find anything, dude?
I found this really cool rock. And I found a few gold pieces. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to them. But just know, you got a few gold pieces in my pocket, and you need something, Papa's going to buy it for you.
All right. Listen, I feel like, we are a team with the other two, but, like, we did find...
Of course.
This gold. So I feel like finder's fee? Extra 5%?
Yeah, for sure.
So, Mike and Andrew, while the two of you are having this conversation, the hair immediately stands up on the back of your necks, and as you turn around, you see an individual standing behind you that was not there before. Cut back to Alissa and Arnold.
So anyway, like I was saying, he can still be like a really good guy. I just feel like you haven't gotten to see the best of him. It's so cute. He's like a little kid. He'll like find me rocks. I don't really care about them, but he thinks it's fun, and that makes me happy, that he's just happy.
Lady Alissa, if I may be so bold, I have watched you come to harm on many occasions while traveling with Michael and Sir Andrew, and I feel that he is not the protector that you need.
Yeah, but see, like in our world, we don't really need like protectors. It's more about like a good company and like, can they like have a good job and stuff like that. And he's great at that. But like, I'll agree, sword fighting, not his strong suit. But maybe you could take him under your wing, and and maybe show him the ropes. I think he looks up to you. I know you guys have your beef, but I think it's just because he secretly doesn't want to admit how much he looks up to you.
I think it's because he's an idiot.
Oh man, Alyssa's gonna love this rock, dude. I'm so excited to show it to her. She's always finding a little rock. She loves this stuff. Okay.
Okay, so same thing. While Arnold and Alissa are having this conversation, the hair or the feathers immediately stand up on the back of your necks, and when you turn, you see an individual that was not standing there before.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. These your things? We didn't touch anything, I swear. We were just looking around for provisions. Arnold, say something.
Yes, provisions. We were not aware that anyone else was here. You look back and you can see it's an elven woman. She's very frail. She's very gaunt in the face. Her barmaid outfit is very tattered and torn. She wears no shoes. And when you look at her eyes, they are vacant. Like, lights are on, nobody's home. And she looks at you and she goes,
I'm sorry. The bar isn't open right now. You'll have to come back.
Ma'am, I hate to tell you, but it looks like the bar's been closed for a long, long time. But maybe you just don't remember, and that's okay. Maybe let's find you your bed, maybe? Do you have a room here?
I do. I own this bar, but it's closed. You'll have to come back. Please leave.
Yes, of course, and we'll leave, but I just want to make sure that you're safe before we go. Can I please walk you to your room? Do you have like a bed anywhere? Maybe some food we can get for you? I just feel so bad.
No, thank you. I am safe. He makes sure that I am.
I'm sorry, do you have a company?
We always have company. I'm sorry, the bar is closed.
And then she turns and she just walks away. Back over to Andrew and Mike.
Mike, gasp on 3. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. I point my fingy guns right at. I close one eye and I'm aiming down the sights. What does this individual look like?
Yeah, so you look, and it is a very short and stout human male. He is balding at the top, but he has long hair. Like, you know those people that like have no hair on the top, but then the hair around the sides of their heads is super, super long?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
skullet. They call it a skullet.
A skullet. He has a skullet. And he has this like long, wispy, very movie villain mustache. And he wears You can tell that at one point in time, they were very nice, lush robes, and they have been torn and tattered. And he looks at the two of you.
I'm sorry, but can you please return the items to that chest?
I still have my fingy guns trained on his face. I'm like, listen here, dude. Okay, finders keepers. So we're gonna go ahead and leave with your loot, and that's it. Because this is the underground, and it's the Wild West down here, and I got fingy guns pointed at your face. So you gave me a scare, but I'll kill you, right, Mike?
Okay. No, oh God, I want to be with you on this, bud, but I'm getting an eerie feeling. So, Mister,
that would not be advisable. He would not like that. Please return the items to the chest.
You got it.
The premises.
And I wave my hand over the chest. Little minor illusion. Ting 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 ting.
Roll deception.
Okay.
Never.
And that's deception bonus. 22.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay. So with as much skill as you can muster, you are able to illusionize. That's not a word. I made it up. You are able to illusionize you putting the coins back into the chest, and you close it and you turn around, and the man is still standing there with his blank stare.
Thank you for complying. Now, will you please leave? He was not expecting guests.
Okay, who is this he you're talking about?
And as you say, who is this he turns and walks out of the shop.
Got it. Yep.
I put my hand back in my pocket. I don't even know what to say. That was creepy and weird. But nice illusion, dude.
It was creepy. It was no. I put the keys back in the box.
You put the key. I know, but you kept the keys, right? Still in the
I
box,
kept
right?
the keys. I kept the keys. I kept the keys. No, but for real,
Okay.
bad vibes. Let's get Alissa. Let's get the bird. Let's just get out of this area. At least.
I don't like splitting up. Let's do that. Exactly.
Cool. So as the two of you exit and you follow the person that's walking in front of you, you look across the street and you see another person in the same kind of described manner, tattered and torn clothing, that same vacant expression on their face, also walk out of the building that you saw Arnold and Alissa go to. And they kind of meet in the center of the street. They turn and they walk further down the path that leads more into the town, and then you watch as Alissa and Arnold come out of that building.
Oh, guys! I look and I see the two that are walking. Oh, you found a creepier too?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. We were just in this. No, I was about to say town. Yes, we were just in this shop, and there's a tree growing out of it, and everything's in shambles around here. And this dude comes up to us. And he's got no hair on the top of his head. He's got scraggly hair on the side of his head. And he just, I don't know, it seemed like something was controlling him or something.
He accused us of theft.
Yeah, this old lady stopped us and she said that he wouldn't like it. And then she just dazed, walked out.
Yeah, he exactly.
Like the Lord? Like Jesus Christ?
It definitely, when she said it, it had a capital H.
It had a capital H.
I felt the capital
Well, maybe
H.
this is a religious town.
He actually handed me a note, and it was underlined and capitalized.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
You know, and I tried to ask her, but then she just kind of ignored me.
Yeah, it was like the guy was, his eyes were kind of dead inside. You know, it was almost like he was on a recording.
Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, dude. I'm freaking
Dude, I
out.
don't want my body snatched. I got to plug up all my holes, all of them.
Hey, plug them up right now, and
that's not how
after
you get
you're done, you can
zombified.
plug up mine, and we'll
I
plug
stick
them
my
up.
fingers in my ear and I do a big Kegel. Okay.
They often create new holes in the form of biting.
Okay, that's
how you
enough.
get-
Okay, no, we don't need to
Okay,
talk about
okay,
this.
yeah,
We're
I've never seen that
spooking
movie.
Arnold out. We need to leave.
Okay, no, I think we need to follow them, but quietly.
Okay,
I don't know if following them is our best course of action.
so let's do it real sneaky.
Yeah, I will
Best
admit I'm
tiptoes.
curious. You know, we
Well,
got to
okay,
find out
are-
who their master is.
Are they going in the direction of that tower you talked about before?
they are.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So they're going the direction I figured we'd have to go anyway, guys. That big tower over there.
Well, we don't have to go anywhere. Again, we are the masters of our own ship. We're the masters of our domain. We go where we want. Sometimes it's where the wind carries us.
But I was raised on the Nancy Drew computer games, and I like to solve mysteries. Normally in the form of many small computer puzzles, and also way too much reading.
Right.
That explains so much about who you are.
You like infotainment and mini games. I know this about you.
Yes.
But Alissa, this ain't a PC game. We're not on Windows 95. This is real life. And you could have holes bit in your brain and or neck.
We're on Windows 98, baby. And
I don't know if that was a thing.
Windows 98 was definitely a thing.
Okay, keep going.
Lady Alissa, for once, I agree with Michael. We have a saying in my world. And I don't think this is our problem.
I understand that you're talking sense right now, but I just got to know the mystery, okay?
And frankly, you know what? We've made it this far. The creepy Bathsheba lady said we were close, and this just feels right. You know what I mean? I feel like Dalton is in that tower. Dalton, can I like access my ranger instincts to like get confirmation in some way? Like I look for clues on the ground. I look for any sort of footprints or any sort of smell or anything.
Or Andrew, I could do you one better.
Yeah?
I have a locate object spell.
Wait, you've had a locate object spell this whole time?
I didn't know until recently, okay? One time I woke up and I felt like more magic inside of me, and then suddenly I had this little book in my back pocket and it explained my magic to me, and I've just been reading it.
That sounds like metagaming, and I can't explain it. But I you've been magic up to this point, so I'll say I fucking believe it. And I accept it.
I feel like my God just blessed me with this because she probably assumed I'm not being very good at it. So she's like, here are some little tips. But would there be something on Dalton that, like, what would he have on him? We saw him before he fell, but I have his wallet and phone. What else did he have on him?
A fashionable necklace, a pair of sunglasses. What else?
His ring.
His ring.
His wedding ring. He wouldn't take that off.
Don't you think they would have stripped him naked? I mean, he was imprisoned, right?
True, but it's worth a shot. I feel like the Dalton I know wouldn't part with that willingly. So I think that's the best shot of what we know for sure he has on him.
The Dalton I know would have keistered it, and he would have kept it safe. However, he could have.
All right, well, it's worth a shot.
I stretch my fingies out, and I shake them out, and I do a little jump. Oh, okay. I'm picturing his ring in my mind, just like the book said.
I'm picturing his whole body in my mind.
Picture it, and
everything's so solid.
And I should be able to get a sense.
It's oily.
If it's nearby.
He's been freshly oiled.
It's tan everywhere.
Okay, so I'm going to bend the rules for this spell just a little bit.
Ooh.
Okay, so Alissa, you take the rainbow pendant from your back pocket, and when you first got this, when I described it back episodes and episodes ago, I described it as having a clear, almost like diamond-like gem right in the center, right in the middle. Mm-hmm. And you're holding it in your hands, and as you are visualizing Dalton's ring in your mind, and you hear just that faint gallop that turns into a horse neigh in your head, and you get this overwhelming sense of just magic, this almost crushing under the weight of this arcane power, and it all funnels through your body straight into the pendant, and the little gem in the center just starts to blink very, very slowly, rhythmically.
Ooh.
Oh, guys, I don't know if I did this right. I thought I was supposed to, like, get a sense of where it was.
It's like pinging. It's like a ping or a metal detector. It's gonna beep as you get closer, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, like a metal detector. I kind of start circling and holding it out.
So you start circling, you hold it out, and as you turn away from the road where those two figures are walking by, the medallion goes completely cold. But as you slowly circle back and bring it closer, it starts to ping again.
Well, I think that just made the decision for us, guys.
Yep. I think Dalton's down that road, so, shall we sing the Yellow Brick Road song and somberly skip towards death?
Okay, so you guys start walking further into the town, and as you are walking by, you see more and more buildings that are dilapidated. You see more people that have that same vacant expression, tattered, ruined clothing. It is a fully populated village. You're passing a herbalist shop, you're passing a blacksmith, you're passing another tavern, and then you come to the town square, and there is a fountain there in the middle of the town square that is no longer operational. But there are two children sitting at the edge of the fountain, and they're rolling a ball back and forth, and they're in that same tattered clothing, that same vacant expression, and you can overhear their conversation as they roll that ball back and forth.
Ha ha, ha ha. This is so much fun.
Creepy as fuck.
They're so robotic. Children. I'm going to go touch the children. No, wait, hold on. Hold on.
No, don't say that
Don't
sentence.
say it.
Nope.
Don't say it like that.
Hold on, dude.
Don't do it either.
Hold on, dude. I didn't mean that. I walk up to the children, Dalton.
Cool. You walk up to the children, and one of them turns and looks at you. Same thing. Lights are on. Nobody's home.
Hello. Would you like to play?
I'd love to play. I have a ball. It's elsewhere. You must follow me to it. My eyes go dead. I'm one of them now.
Oh, shit.
I'm one of them.
Is that actually what you say to them?
I don't know. Let's see what it does. And then if I don't like it, I'll do something else.
That's okay. We have a ball. You can play with ours.
Oh, my. I sit on the ground, and I wait for a ball to be rolled to me.
The child that is speaking to you rolls the ball towards you, and once again goes,
Ha ha, ha ha. It's your turn.
Tee-hee. I love having a turn. I push it down.
they accept the ball that's rolled towards them, and then they roll it to their friend.
This is so fun. We made a new friend.
Haha. How about that overlord we all serve? Tee-hee. I roll the ball back.
He says.
What do they say?
Give me a persuasion check.
Great. Really good at that. 13?
Give me an intelligence check.
No, that's not going to be so good. 16.
Okay. When you say, how about that evil overlord, the child that's been rolling the ball to you and invited you to come to play looks at you, and for a split second, you see something in their eyes. Something that's not
them?
Yeah, something inside them that is not them, that is menacing. And all of a sudden, your mind racks with pain. Enough that it's for you double over, like whimpering on the ground.
Mike! I run to Mike. Are you okay? What's going on, dude?
It felt like something was like attacking my brain just now, Andrew.
Get away from... I kind of drag Mike back towards the group. I'm like, okay, obviously there's some sort of master for this town and these people, and that's probably who has Dalton. I mean, do we think it's Nesnar? And I kind of flick my eyes back over to the kids when I say Nesnar.
When you look back over at the kids, they're rolling the ball back and forth like nothing has happened.
Nesnar. I say it louder. Nesnar!
Okay, all right. It's not Nesnar. Here's my idea.
Okay.
We've all seen Twilight Zone and other stuff. This is a trope at this point. Whole town's taken over by blah, blah, blah. We have to find blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah has control of everybody's mind. So we have to fight blah, blah, blah by unleashing the minds. Here's my plan. I go over, charm person, that counterattacks, because I'm also trying to control their mind, maybe I can break them free from the spell.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, here's the thing. There's a whole town full of these zombies. We can't individually break spells of them all. We have to find the source.
We don't need to. We need one person to help us find where this guy is.
He's in the castle. He's in the tower right there.
I mean, that's
oh, we're going to search the entire tower? We don't want to know anything about the origins of this guy or what happened or why this is the way it is or where he is?
Okay, try to reverse Professor X their brain.
All right, I'm sorry. My blood sugar is so low. I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I'm so
here,
sorry.
I think I have a granola bar.
It's okay, dude.
When you say, I wish I had some food, beside you, a maiden appears with a basket of bread.
Here, would you like some bread?
Oh, dude. You know what? I'm trying a low-carb thing, but I love bread. Thank you so much. What kind is it? Rye? Pumpernickel?
Dude, don't eat that ghost bread. Don't eat that zombie bread. Man.
Oh, you're right! Fuck! This is...
Begin transmission. This is Dungeon Radio Hour.
Hello and welcome, adventurers, to Dungeon Radio Hour, a D&D actual play comedy podcast where if you take the silver out of a dragon, it's just called a drawn. That's a chemistry joke for all of you listening at home.
Boo.
As always, I'm your host and dungeon master, shut up, Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by our ragtag band of would-be heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gehrlein.
So, to start off the show today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're listening to it, we're going to bring back a segment that we played back on episode 19, where we guess which random facts belong to which member of the cast. Do you remember us doing this?
I
do remember us doing it, and it was really fun. And I like when we have a game.
Yeah.
Because it makes it fun.
And I like learning about you guys. Like, I feel like I know a lot of shit about you, but I feel like I learned something about you all when we do games like this.
100%.
I do too.
Yeah.
We all had fun encounters with celebrities. That seemed to be a common theme last time.
It did
I
indeed.
love learning about people.
So I have a list of random facts sitting in front of me from each of you. For each one you get correct, you get a point. But if no one guesses correctly, the person who the fact is about gets 3 points.
Ooh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
Okay, makes sense? You
This
with me
is
so far?
Dungeon Radio Hour Fact Attack. Fact Attack.
Fact attack. I like it. I like it.
I love that. And I love the theme song we put over it. That's great.
Can you hear that? We made that. No, we didn't. We stole it online.
We have no musical talent here.
Sorry.
So, just like before, the answer to these questions will be one of the four of us. My name can be an answer. I, however, am not playing because I have to moderate. And whoever
They're
wins...
all Dalton. That's
Oh, wait, so you've thrown in your own answer, fun facts as well that we're supposed to guess.
Correct.
Okay, I get you.
Correct.
Hell
Correct.
yeah, hell
Correct.
yeah.
Correct. Yep. And if whoever wins gets a random magic item out of the DM's bag of holding. Sound good?
I'm gonna get that item, baby.
I want
I'm
it
gonna
so
get
bad now.
So, this person's first pet was a bunny rabbit.
Aw.
Oh.
I like it. We're keeping it nice and easy this time. Less drug lord and more just adorable.
Well, it's only the first question. Don't get
It's
ahead
the
of
first
yourself.
question.
My first pet was a bunny rabbit, but this is not
Oh.
my fact.
Oh.
I'm not guilty.
How do
Who
you know
else
you didn't
stole
say
my
this
first
fact
pet?
when you were asleep?
Or is Andrew trying to trick us and it is
Yeah.
his? This is an interesting take.
You tricky trickster.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be very tricky to say, hey, this is my fact, and then throw everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know for a fact Mike had a bunny named Zeke in college.
In college.
But I don't know if that was your first pet. You were like 20.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had dogs and all kinds of stuff before that.
But you're right. When he had Zeke, I want to say that he mentioned he used to own a bunny before that. So it could be that he did own one. I'll confess, my first pet was a guinea pig. It was not a bunny.
Ooh, I've had some guineas. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never owned a bunny, so it's not me.